hamster wheel is powered by us. It's not powered by anybody else. We make it go. Tools are. When we were young, you know, we didn't used to be tall enough to dunk the basketball. Not tall enough, not strong enough, not talented enough. We were lacking quite a few attributes necessary for such an action. So what did we do? Well, there are a few things, there are a few solutions. One of which was to play on a shorter hoop. Play on one of those adjustable hoops. You can lower it down to 7 feet, and then you can dunk. Or what we did, or what I did in the case of the basketball hoop that wasn't adjustable. I built a ramp. Actually, I used the ramp for skateboarding, but then I realized that I could also launch myself just running. So we would set the ramp up, you know, close enough so we're not going to fall flat on our face. But then we would just get a running start and launch off the ramp. The ramp was maybe 1.5 feet tall. And it worked really good. But another possibility if you want to go really crazy with it is you could get shoes with extra spring in them. They bounce you up a little bit higher. You get maybe an extra foot of height when you jump with them. I think they did invent those actually. I don't know if they worked. Also with golf, right? Like there are cheater ways of sort of appearing better than other people in almost every sport. There are drugs that enhance athletic ability and endurance, strength, steroids. In chess, there are chess engines that are stronger than all humans, so there are various methods for sneaking that sort of help in. Or it's like inside of a golf ball, you know, with all the high tech that we have now. You put something in there that has it turn a certain way, or you can even control it from the ground. Not a lot, but you can slightly influence. So if you hit a really hard hook and you'd prefer to even that out just a bit, you would just press to the right. You know, if you're a right-handed golfer, and then instead of just hooking way around and ending up in the woods, it would look like it hit a strong gust of wind. You know. So if you're not good at the game, then change the rules. Because that's what you're doing. That's all cheating is. All cheating is changing the rules without telling anybody that you changed the rules. You're playing by your own rules. I used to work at this car wash here. This was my first job ever. It used to be called Velvet Touch, but it is no longer called Velvet Touch. Yeah, there was a there was a thing in the chess world, I think. I feel like it should have been called Toilet Gate if it wasn't, but I think it might have been called that by some people. But guys would be, and these are good players like GMs, they'd be going into the bathroom more frequently than it would seem one would need to during a 2-3 hour chess game. You know, they would be in there like with incontinence issues, it would seem, but it was fairly regular. And this was happening more and more often. People were not understanding what was going on. And this sort of behavior seemed to be superficially connected with whoever was making high frequent use of the bathrooms was also winning all of their games. And so as time went on, people eventually wisened up to the situation, and they figured out that the person was going in there and typing their moves into their phone or some pocket computer system, and while maybe not necessarily following the advice move for move, they were getting help on very complex situations, at least, because that's the best way to cheat if you're trying to use computer assistance. Country music. I never liked country music. Anyway, just some thoughts. Or like I was thinking, like, you suck at basketball, you really want to make the basket, it never goes in. So you figure out, you throw the ball, and then you're like, you run over to the basket and try to move it real quick so it gets underneath the ball. And then you try that, and you find out you can't. You're not fast enough, the ball's going faster than you. So you get these speed enhancing shoes that allow you to run really fast. So you throw the ball, you know you're gonna miss, so you run, try to move the hoop, and then you figure out it's not a movable hoop, it's stuck in the ground. So you tear the hoop out of the ground, put some wheels on the bottom of it, start over. Throw the ball, run, move the hoop. And then you realize that you're still not good enough at moving the hoop to anticipate where the ball's gonna hit, because that would require the same skill as just to make the basket in the first place. So then you get the anti-grav shoes, you know? And you don't even throw the ball anymore. You just launch off the spot where you're trying to make the basket from and dunk it, you know? And then you're not touted as a good basketball player, but you're a really good scientist because you figured out how to use technology to sort of cheat the system. Desires are strange things. They really are. They turn us inside out and make us backwards. Especially the ones that are just like ego desires that aren't related to the rest of the people. Or if perhaps a leader of a corporation who's in charge of tons and tons of people makes a few decisions based on personal greed or fear, and that affects all of the employees and all of the users of the product, unbeknownst to them. Nope, no country music. Alright guys, take care, bye.